Good day everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be discussing One Piece chapter 1021. As you can see, different background, we're outside today. So yeah, let's dive straight into the chapter. Of course, spoiler warning. So yeah, let's begin. So first things first, this week Jump has a cover page with a lot of the shonen main characters on it. Also, Ichigo is on the cover for the 20th year anniversary, or the 20th anniversary, I guess, for Bleach. Also, we're getting a new Bleach chapter Monday, so I've already read the leaks. So look out for a video on that. So yeah, let's jump into the chapter. So of course, the cover page is a Mink, Frankie, and Senior Pink crying in a bar drinking, and the title is Demon or Demonio, which is Spanish, I guess. So essentially, this chapter starts off where the last one ended, and we see Robin using her new move that she pulled out with the giant form of her with the many arms. And here and Black Maria are fighting, and Robin is using some new moves. I believe one is called Sea Serpent, and we see Black Maria's Wanyado has spikes on it now, and she's using it to swat at Robin's hands, as well as the spider legs seem to have spiky pins on them for some reason, because when Robin grabs them, it hurts her arm. So interesting. Also, something else to note, while Black Maria is swinging around at Robin's giant arms, whatever damage she does to the arms reflects themselves on Robin. Right. The damage reflects on Robin's arms. And this, speaking of how we spoke about Bleach earlier, this reminds me a lot of the ability that Komamura had where his giant, whatever happened to him would reflect on him. Whatever happened to him reflected on the giant, and vice versa, the giant on him. So the same thing is going on with Robin. But it's a back and forth and they're fighting. We see the spider legs seem to have some form of venom on them. Or if not venom, well, not necessarily venom, but they have the ability to shoot out webs somehow. Because usually spiders don't shoot webs from their legs, but yeah. So Black Maria is just using her webs. She has got Robin all tied down now, the giant version of her, and she puts on her brass knuckles, which I assume is most likely sea prison, because they're damaging Robin as well, and I don't see why she wouldn't have it. The data level producer. But I'm assuming. So again, Monday back and forth, and Robin is being beaten up, and she eventually dissolves her gigantic flare, because whatever damage was done to that was being done to her, and that just made her an easier target. So Robin dissolves it, and she uses another move to try to grab Black Maria, but she uses her spider webs to create like a cage. She also says that her spider webs are flammable, and this is where we see the spider use fireball jutsu and set the entire stage on fire, and the webs around the stage or the area. So interesting to note. Again, more trash talking with Sanji being not good, Black Maria, typical trash talk, what has been going on between Black Maria and Robin since the beginning of the fight. And she's talking to Brooke as well and telling him, shouldn't you come and help Robin? But Brooke says, basically you trust Robin essentially to handle this fight. And again, more back and forth with Black Maria and Robin. And at this point, I think the fight has been dragging a bit, in my opinion, because it seems to be the same rhetoric over and over. Trash talk, throw hands, trash talk, throw hands. And it hasn't really done much. Yes, I enjoy seeing Robin fight and getting this battle for herself. But the whole Black Maria pausing to talk and say the same things over and over basically, and then start back is getting kind of draggish. If she was saying new things, then sure, but she keeps repeating herself essentially. But this leads to while Robin is being pummeled, she has a mental flashback, and we see that during her 2 year time skip, when she was off training with Dragon and Sabo and Koala and the revolutionaries, they wanted to teach her some moves, and Koala wanted to teach her fishman karate, and Sabo wanted to teach her the Ryusoken, which is the dragon claw fist that he uses with his hands like that. And this leads to, again, Robin just saying, maybe teach her how to use her palms. So she decides that, what, she learned some moves, and we see that Koala taught her some, and it seems maybe Sabo taught her some as well, because she uses Gigantium and she does a thrust upwards to destroy the ceiling, and this leads to putting out the fire around them. And now Robin is safe, and this is where the chapter finally gets back good, and we cut away from just Black Maria just saying the same thing over and over. And this is Robin uses a new move, and it's called the Monio Flare. And it's essentially a giant Robin again, but it looks like a demon to suit her name, the demon child, Nico Robin. So I like that they tied an epithet into this ability basically, and it's a giant demon form Robin, and Black Maria sees it and calls it a devil. And she tries to escape, but Robin grabs her. And before we get into that, let's talk about this giant demon. So it has demon wings, demon horns, multiple arms grabbing Black Maria by her limbs and squeezing her, kind of like what Black Maria was trying to do to Robin. And we see Black Maria's eyes go white and the spider's eyes go white, so I'm guessing they're knocked out. But something to note is Robin's demon form is completely black. So does that mean she has armament haki? We don't know, or maybe it's just the shadowing for the chapter. I'm guessing we have to wait until we see it animated to get confirmation on that. But I'm going to just assume maybe armament haki here. And this leads to all Black Maria's subordinates seeing her being defeated by this devil or this demon through the doorways. And Robin's demon looks back at them and scares them. And while they are off guard, then I guess Brooke uses a new attack and he slashes all of them. And the attack is kind of like a musical note, the G note, I believe. And he takes out the numbers and the rest of Black Maria's friends. And we see him run over to Robin. And he takes up, and Mary was watching the battle. We then cut back to Tokage Port, and we see that Caribou came out from hiding, and he gave Luffy a month's supply of food that he had stored in him, because he's like the portable refrigerator. And we get them basically talking to Luffy, asking him or watching him eat, trying to recover. And they're trying to talk to him, but he is chewing and eating, so they can't understand anything that he's saying because they're asking about law and all of that. So yeah, interesting. Luffy stuff in his face. So we know he's going to recover probably fairly quickly. Next, we see Momo and Shinobu standing one side, away from the group, and we see Onigashima floating in the sky as well. And Momo and Shinobu are having this conversation, and we see what seems to be Shinobu telling Momo no, she can't do that, she can't let Momo go back there. But Momo is telling her that you need to let me go or all of Wano would be destroyed, all of the flower capital would be destroyed, because Kaido plans to drop everything on top of the capital during the festival, killing everybody. But this is where we get a revelation. And this has been a fan theory for a while. Um, and that is asks Shinobu to use her devil fruit to age him up into an adult so he can become older, stronger, and a bigger dragon to help stop this. And the chapter ends there, and I believe the next chapter is on not next week. I think Jump is on break next week, so I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. But this leads to the fan theory that came true, and the fan theory was that Momo is going to be aged up to fight Kaido, help fight him, and we're going to get Shinobu doing that, using her ability kind of like Bonnie to age Momo up. So she won't be able to age him back down, like how Bonnie can age you up or down. So that's been a fan theory. We've seen people talk about this for the longest while, and it seems it may just happen. So to everybody who called that out early on, when we now met Shinobu, congrats to you. But yeah, the chapter ends there. So yeah, good chapter. I loved this chapter, except for the Black Maria part. Not necessarily the fight, but Black Maria herself. I disliked that she kept stopping midway through the fight to repeat the same thing essentially over and over. She didn't add anything new to what she was saying. It was just the same thing mentioned over and over about Robin being weak, or Sanji being a simp, or Robin is only needed for her mind. Nothing new added to the battle really. But yeah, all in all, good chapter. Can't wait to see if Momo does get aged up, how that works out, what happens to his dragon form. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed this little video. The new background outside for today, because I've got a new tripod, so it's set up outside. So yeah, you might hear some noise in the background from birds or dogs, but yeah, see you all in the next one.